Hello, welcome back to Funtime Crafts 24/7. This is an unboxing video, and what we're unboxing today is the Anna Griffin mystery box for February 2026, and it is called the Engraved Botanica Paper Crafting Kit. All the ones for 2026 she's designed and curated in these really fun pizza style boxes specifically for this year, and they all have a name on them. They all have a theme to them. And so that's what this one is the Engraved Botanica Paper Crafting Kit. So it's not just a random hodgepodgeness of items that are extra out of a warehouse. So yeah, so that's what we're gonna look at. Yeah, I can't believe it. I just barely got a ship notice, and then I got it today. I was like, wow, that was so quick. So yeah, pretty cool. Super in love with the fact that it's curated. So always comes in the tissue paper. All her stuff comes wrapped in tissue paper, which is really nice. It just adds that little extra touch of luxuriousness, right? Like, pretty fun. And then, sorry, whoopsie. Okay, and so, yeah, so here we go. This is, and keep your tissue paper, because you can do lots of things with it. Oh my, look at this one. Oh, wow. Hey, this is pretty cool. Look at that pink. That is glorious. That is beautiful. It's bright. Really perfect for a spring. Like, that is lovely. That is really, look at the pattern, the butterflies. Look at all those sentiments. That's, and the bows. Wow. Okay, let me slide this out. We'll just stump it out on the deal. And, woohoo. Get that out of here. And, okay, and so I love the fact that it comes with scrapbook paper. I think that is so fantastic. Yeah, and it's single-sided. It's a really great weight though. Like, it's really nice weight. So we'll look at that in just a second though. So you get bows. You get this fun die set. The die is, and I think it feels like it's just one sheet. This kit will run you, I believe, about $45, and that includes free shipping. Yeah, about $45, if I'm remembering right. And then, yeah, just the one sheet. But, like, what a fun die. And it's actually really big. And it's about 6 3/4 by approximately 2 3/4, roughly. And it looks like it does a lot of cutting out. You could do some paper piecing with that. You could do quite a few things with that fun little geometric design. It feels very 70s, like Art Deco, actually. It's, like, really fun. Okay, and so then, let's see. Oh, these are sentiments. So for the card, these will be your card bases. For the card bases, she supplies you with the sentiment inserts as well. So they're a 5x7, and they'll have a beautiful little greeting or sentiment on them. From morning till night, may your birthday be a delight. Oh, see? How sweet is that? And is there 2 of each? Yeah, there's 2 of each. I think these make 12 cards. With the warmest of wishes, this just comes to say, hope that you're feeling much better today. Oh, yeah, like, how useful. So 2, yep, that's the same one. So I think there should be 6 different ones. Here's wishing you good luck in whatever you do, successful and most of all, happiness too. Oh, success and most of all, happiness too. That is really terrific. That is actually very cool. So yeah, these are neat. These are ones I could actually use. An anniversary is a time to celebrate the joys of today, the memories of yesterday, and the hopes of tomorrow. Right? Come on. This is next level awesomeness. That is so cool. Life is a journey, and love is what makes that journey worthwhile. Oh. Let's see. A friend is someone who reaches for your hand and touches your heart. Oh, that is so sweet. Sappy, but so sweet. I would so use that. So that's the card inserts. So let's look at the card bases. Yeah, 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, yeah, 12. So 2 of each, blank inside. Have the, oh, look at how fun is that? She's got a new design, handmade by, oh, that is terrific. Oh, how fun is that? Ooh, but look at that, the butterflies. So 2 of each. Oh, look at that beautiful one. Yeah, they're all the same. That is gorgeous. Oh gosh, that is really pretty. Okay, and then you get this lovely one. So yeah, 2 of each. So fun. Oh my gosh, I love that. That is great that she's making new designs. And like, oh, that's beautiful. You can layer on that really nicely. Oh, that's, and we have this paper in a collection. I haven't seen any of the other ones. I think they all look new to me unless they're out of old ones, like old paper collections. The only one I've seen is this one. Okay, so there's those. And then you got your bows, your beautiful little ribbon bows there. You get your 12 envelopes. We'll put those aside. And then you get all these ephemeras. So you get 2. These are dimensional. These are single layer. And then all your beautiful sentiments. Let's just roll through these real quick. And let's see, we'll pitch that. We don't need it. We don't need any of these. And we'll see if we can make something. Okay, with sympathy. Oh, look at these. They're like multiple colors. With sympathy, get well. Happy birthday. Look at that. Oh, that is so fun. Happy anniversary. Look at the double colors on those. Oh, how fun is that? For someone special. For spring. Oh my goodness, these are great. I love that orange and pink. These are terrific. Pink, gold, and blue for my friend. For someone's, like, right? Someone special for my friend, and happy anniversary. Oh my gosh, you get 2 of each, and it looks like there's probably 12 there. Oh my goodness, that is wonderful. Let's look at these ephemeras here real quick. We won't go through every single one, but we will take a gander at them. Oh, whoops. You get her delightful little bees. Look how sweet. These are butterflies. Oh my goodness, right? Two of each one, it looks like. Those are pretty. Yeah, those are actually really pretty. Really neat. Butterflies. Oh, a teacup. Oh, how lovely is that? Right and left of the teacups. Oh, a gift. How fun. Couple more butterflies. Couple more of those. And another gift style. Or no, it's the second one to the other one. Right? Oh, how cool. They're a little dark, especially for how bright the paper is. But that's okay. You can still use them. They'll pop off the cardstock for sure. Because they're darker, and that's like, this color is so bright. Yeah, not used to the darkness of her ephemera. Man, there is a fistful here. This is loaded. Holy cow. Super loaded. Look at those pansies, the rose. Wow, look at that. Yeah, these are pretty neat. You get the little daisy, and I'm not sure what that is. Hyacinthias, or I don't know. I'm just spitballing, throw names out there, seeing if it sticks. Oh yeah, look how beautiful. Yeah, these are lovely. These are, oh, look at those. Oh, beautiful. Oh, look at these tulips. Yeah, these are definitely a different style than what I'm used to for Anna Griffin. These are very more mixed media looking to me than Anna's style, but they're lovely. I really like them. Oh, and look, you get, oh, how cool is that? There's several different variations. Oh, look at these daffodils. Yeah, like, pretty fun. Okay, so that's those. So now let's look at the cardstocks. Oh, hang on. Let me throw these back in. I'll just get these back in here. And, okay, so let's see. What do we get? Let's see. I was thinking that we had, like, maybe some borders last month and maybe some layering, but I can't remember. I don't remember. And then this is the paper collection. 2 of each. There's probably 12 sheets. And this, yeah, this is beautiful. Oh, and these are going to match the card bases. Okay. Look at how gorgeous is that. Oh my. Yeah, this is beautiful. Yeah, they're beautiful. They match the card bases and 2 of each. Yeah, really lovely. Really lovely. And scrapbooks, so you don't have to be a card maker. You could definitely use them for um um scrapbooking and not just cards. So let's think about this. Okay, so last time I did 3 cards and 3 scrapbook pages. This one I'm not used to this color palette. And then the deco art die there. So let me kind of think about this for a second and see what it is we end up doing. And I'm probably going to go ahead and use the card bases for sure. We're going to try to use that die. I'm probably going to pull some foil and whatnot out of my stash. And do something like that. I think I'm going to go for that because that would be easy to layer on. I could do, let's see, what could we do here? I could definitely, we could do something with that. Could we layer that on? And we could get some black. That one's like off-white. This is still ivory. We could layer some black or some hot pink on there. Okay, those 3, we could do these 3 with, well, actually, what if we do the green? This one's green, and this one's like gray, like a dark gray or really fine line black, which was why I was thinking these 2. But, I know I want to do those 2. Because they would be easier. This one wouldn't be so bad, because we could definitely do hot pink and black. But I thought it would be pretty fun to maybe try using this one with the deco. What if we actually do a masculine card? Try to make a more masculine card with this. Because, I mean, realistically, we could do you could definitely do this as a masculine one. And you could do black with a gold over the top of it or something. We could inlay black in this and have it just be a piece down the front. What sentiments did we have, though? Or we could do, there's no black on these, but there is a blue and green. There's a blue and green. There's a blue and green. Blue and gold. Green and pink. What do they say, though? We might end up getting, blue and green. We might end up getting some other sentiments out of our stash, I think. But let me process this, and let me think about what it is we want to do with this, and then actually let me cut this out. Let me cut this out in gold, and we'll see what this looks like. I think it actually cuts out all that and makes this like deco looking screen. Like it's like a screen. And so let me cut it out in gold and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got this cut out, and I actually cut it out in black, shiny, Anna Griffin's black shiny foil. And it really looks like a trellis to me. It looks like, or a screen, like a screen. So what I did is I went ahead and cut it out again in champagne. And what I want to do is I want to put some of these back in from the black, and I want to inlay the champagne into this black one. And so what I thought I could do is, I think what I'm going to do is grab a couple strips of tape like this. Let's see. What can we do here? I want to make it easy. I don't want to be having a bunch of fiddling around with glue. And this is just Scotch tape is all this is. And so what I'm doing is I'm running it down the back of this die on top of, like, right down those squares, right down the middle of those squares. And I think that will actually give me enough adhesive that then I don't have to worry about gluing anything in. And anything that's over, what I can do is I can just go back and trim off, and then I don't have to worry about that portion of it. Yeah, even there I don't have to worry about it. Okay, and so I'm gonna do that on this side as well. So I'll flip this back over like that. And okay, try to grab it in one pass. Is this long enough? Oh, nope, not long enough. That's okay. You know how you try to grab like the exact amount of cards you want to deal when you're playing a card game? You get like extra points in some games. This is the same. How much tape do I need? Missed it by that much. Okay, and then, so there we go. And then all we're going to do is we're going to flip it around. And then we're going to inlay all these pieces back in. I was going to see if I could do this. I wonder if you laid it right exactly over the top of it, if you could just like push them in. Let's try. I wonder if that would work. I'm just poking my thumbnail down in there. I didn't really want to do the whole thing just in case it doesn't work, right? Oh. Well, hang on. We got all of it. But it looks like it actually worked. Oh my goodness. How cool is that? Wait. Oh, look at that. Oh, that worked great. And look how fun that is. So now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and add the black. These black ones back in. And they go a certain way, but they're so simple that if they don't go one way, then you can just flip them around and put them the other way. And I don't think, honestly, that it matters which one goes where. I think it will all look really cool when it's done. And so then you have to decide, do you want to run a piece of tape down and replace these circles then? Or what look do you want, right? The other thing we could have done is we could have put a piece of vellum over the back of that and made it look like a screen with maybe some, maybe we'll do that on another one, with maybe some on the vellum, we could have put some like transfers or something on it, and then you put it on the back of, on the die cut. I think maybe we'll do that on the next one and see what that looks like. And how fun would that be? Especially if we're able to cut out another piece of cardstock and layer it in between. Like actually, if we cut out the front of the card and then sandwiched it in between, I wonder what that would actually look like. And then it would be like a see-through card. Ooh, we'll do that on one. We'll do that on one of these. And actually, we might do it with that one because I wasn't even thinking about that. But okay, so there we go. Right? That's not so bad. That looks like pretty fun. And then look at that. And then that's like definitely gets us a masculine card there. So now, do we want our circles back in there? That's what we have to ask ourselves. And I'm thinking that I do. I think I do want the full screen effect. Okay, so let's see if we can pull the right amount of tape off now. Oh, well, it doesn't matter on this one now because it can be short. We're only doing those. Oh, but we do want the end. Okay, hold on. That was a lie. We do want the end because we want to put the half circles back in. Oh, I wonder if those cut out, though. Hold on. We might not get those. Hold on. Actually, we don't get those. So let's try to... Oh, darn it. I'm going to have to, like, see if I can get that off. Oh, is it going? I think it's actually going. Oh, cool. Okay. Okay, we got it. Okay, but I wasn't delicate enough, and this popped off. Oh, the wrong one. So did this one came off too. Which, that's okay. We can push them back. There we go. Okay, and so we don't need that piece either. But now, yeah, we can go ahead and pop these in. Our little circles. I wonder, are they a certain shape? Seriously? Or is it really going to matter? Is this really going to matter? I think we'll be all right if it... Am I going to let that bother me if it's not perfect? I think I'm going to be okay with that. I think I am going to be okay with that. I'm not going to let that bother me. And so this is what we have right here. And look how fun that is. Like, that is actually pretty good. So we got all that inlaid in. And we can go ahead and save all those other pieces that came out of these. And no, I think we'll just do it like this. And now what we want to do is we want to figure out what, let me see. I didn't actually get any farther than that. I'm thinking actually this, what we need maybe one, I don't know, one more strip of something, or I was kind of thinking like that. And since it was a trellis, could we do some of these, like because it is a trellis, could we do something like that? And then you could do like happy birthday, or I don't know. I'm not sold on this yet. Hold on one second. Let me figure out one more thing. I'll be right back. Maybe actually vellum, or maybe, let me think about it. I'll be right back. Okay, guys. So, I was trying to stick with the more masculine theme. So we have this, right? And so then I have a Tim Holtz 3D texture fades embossing folder. This is one that is called Lumber Large. It's a big one. It's let's see, 6 by 8 3/4 basically. And I ran it through a piece of champagne that was 6 3/4 by 3 inch. I ran it through to get me this, and then I cut it in half. And then I cut 2 pieces that are 1/2 inch by 6 3/4 to give me a bit of layering, but it needs a little bit more like a natural feel. And so I'm going to run it through this piece of cardstock, and we're going to ink it. So I think I'm going to run it like this. So this is 6 3/4 by 3 1/4. And so I'm just going to run this through my Empress with 1A plate, my metal shim, and then this texture fades embossing folder through my Elite. And I'll be right back. Okay, so now that I have this, what I want to do is I want to take this and I want to ink this up to give me more of a wood grain texture. And so I have scratch paper. I have Stamps of Life chocolate and Stamps of Life twig. I love her twig. And you could honestly just do this with one color of brown ink. It's literally whatever you want to do. And remember too, you do not have to be perfect, because most of this is going to be hidden behind that panel, that like screen panel. So don't worry if you got lines in it. Don't worry if, probably ought to put it on something smooth. And maybe not ink up everything. So don't worry about if there's lines in it. It just probably looks like the rings of a tree, right? At least that's what we're saying. And yeah, so then you're gonna just literally just lightly rub your ink pad over the cardstock and go like literally as dark as you want it to be. And I want to bring out that wood grain, so I'm going to keep going over it pretty heavily until I feel like my little wood planks are nice and almost burnt looking. And then once I get that, I think I'm going to give my chocolate a try and see what happens with that. Yeah, be very gentle. You're trying not to get lines in it, but if you do, it's really not an issue. Like I said, it probably just like rings of a tree. And then this just adds another flare of like texture to this piece. And now what is going to be sticking out is the top. So I'm definitely trying to saturate that up as much as I can to put the most of the color there. So now we'll go back over with this one. And look at how much that looks like a tree. Oh my goodness, this is so fun. And this will add a really nice natural, bring in the nature of it. And I think that is going to be really fun. I know I got lines, but you're not going to see that for the most part because it is going to be under this screen, this panel screen. So let's see. I really want to do this. And I really want to do that. See, look at the wood. Doesn't that wood add a ton? And so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ever so slightly let this piece stick out like that. And then I was thinking we still have to accent it with just another ever so microscopic amount of black. And I think that is going to be really awesome. I think that is going to be really cool. And we'll get a beautiful masculine card that is crazy awesome. So let me go ahead and adhere this piece down to the wood panel here. And let me see. I need to press all my little pieces. I'm trying to press all my little pieces into my tape. And then the other thing I want to do is I want to also go ahead and run glue down both sides. So when I do stick it down to the card, hopefully all the pieces will have a little bit of glue on them. And will stick. So then I guess we'll just like that on the back of the tape as well. And then try to get these, like I was saying, the deco art pieces here. Like that. And hopefully I didn't. Whoops. It's okay. And now I'm just going to center this up on this panel. And legitimately hope for the best. And I think that looks great. I think this looks really good. And I should put a block on this and let this just adhere. I think I'll do that while I'm putting tape on these. Oh my, we're already 28 minutes in. Oh, guys. Probably zip to the end to see what we end up creating, to see if you want to stick around. Yeah, because my MO is to go over quite a bit. This is probably going to be over an hour, especially with this one. Hopefully the other ones won't be so crazy, because this masculine one, this honestly, this palette is throwing me off because it's very different to what I'm used to doing of Anna Griffin's. I'm like, yeah, not used to this color palette. And I just want the tiniest amount to show on this. I don't want that much black at all. I just want a tiny bit. So, oh no, let's see. And so I'm just putting it on the one edge. I'm not worried about this sticking at all because it's glossy. The score tape will stick really well to this. And now I'm going to try to do the same on this one. And just like maybe like, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch. Maybe 1/8. And I think that's pretty good. Let's see. And now we'll want... And now I'll pop this. Oh, let's put that down like that. Let's go ahead and pop a couple of this. Same thing with this. This is slick, so the score tape will be more than enough on to adhere. And then let's see what happens. And then we can... What do we think about that? How do we feel about this? I think I like that. I think that looks amazing. I think my panel's crooked, but I don't know as if I'm going to be... I don't know as if my feelings are going to be hurt about that. Although they might be on this side because I wasn't paying attention to where I put this, and it's too far up. I think because I was yapping. Stop talking. Okay. Nope, got to take it all the way off. All right. Okay, we just peeled that right off. See, it's slick. It's not a problem. All right, how about we not put the adhesive that far up because that's the decorative side. Okay, we'll just do that. Okay, now... And does that look good? Let's see. I think that looks amazing. I think that looks really good. I think I'm going to be stoked with that. Yeah, I think I can definitely get behind that. This is a little bit crooked, but I'm not going to let that bother me. We won't let it rain on our parade. It'll be fine. Everything's fine. Let's see here. Oops. Whoopsie. Pop some score tape on. And then, like so. No worries. And then we'll just pop this on the front of the card there. And then see what other embellishments we can put on this. But I'm not going to use any of the sentiments that are in this kit. I'm not going to use any of those. Let's see. I like that a lot. But I might use these flowers though. Because I was thinking... whoops. I was thinking maybe a hyacinth. Oh, what about this one's really tall? We could do like that. Should we do like... could we do... We could like they're growing up. Well, this almost looks like, actually it's like in a house. Hold on, let me see. What else is there? I thought there were like some other taller ones. Could do roses. I wanted to keep it with the white so it would be more masculine. Alright, we're just gonna have to dump. No, that's not tall. We need a tall one. Like, see the daisy. That daisy is really tall. So, could we technically make it taller than it is? See, you need a tall one like that. Like, right? And they could do, like, happy birthday. And I wish that was white. That's okay, though. That's okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the daisy. And this, I don't know, whatever that one's called. And I'll just do the daisy. And we'll just do it just like that. And we'll actually kind of offset it a little. Like this. And then we can do like happy birthday right there. And I think that looks really cool. And then I'll trim that and it will look like it's growing up. So I think I like that a lot. And then I'll just get a happy birthday sentiment out of my stash, and I think that'll be cool. Or something. Actually, we'll put this one in the center. And then this one can go like that. Yeah. I think that'll be really cool. Maybe there. Right? That looks pretty good, huh? We'll do like that, and then we'll trim this. And that is like a really fun masculine card, right? And then we'll just do like happy birthday. Hold on. Okay, I found this just for you out of the simple sentiment stickers. And so I am going to just pop this on, and I think it's going to be awesome. I wanted the leaf to be up. I wanted it to be like this, snuggled into the flowers. And wait. I think that looks great. I think that looks really good. And you could give that, honestly, you could give it to a guy, a girl, whatever. I think it doesn't matter who you give it to. And I think it's just so pretty. And this looks just like a little trellis. I think it is pretty fun. And especially with the added wood grain, that texture there, I think that is really cool. And then mimicked in the champagne there. So I think that is pretty darn fun. So there's our first card. And we can add a sentiment to this. The worms are this just comes to say, hope that you're feeling much better today. Just for you. Yeah, we could do that. But actually, I'm not going to put anything on the inside because we can always use them. I can figure it out later because this is like an anything card. And so I really like that. Okay, so now we got to get something else. So let me figure out, I'm going to do this one here. This is going to be the next one. And I think what I want to do is grab this piece here. And I think we're going to do a bit of layering with this. So I think what I want to do is grab a little piece of, well, but what flowers are going to go with this paper? Yeah, we're kind of, well, hold on a second. You could definitely layer on this one. So we can do that. So what if we get a piece and layer? Okay, so ixnay on this one for now. Let's go with this card base, and let's go with this paper here. Like so. We're gonna go like this. And then I'm going to cut out our die. Oh, whoops. Where's our die? Let's cut this die out in black. To stack on this. We're gonna stack on this. We're gonna do, maybe we should do like 2/3. So this will be black. And I'm gonna cut this out the width of this, and we're gonna line this side of the card like this. Is what we're gonna do. So, should I use this one then instead? And then we layer here, and then we come out from there. Onto that. Yeah. So we're gonna go like that, essentially. And then we can layer our flowers here. And then put a sentiment. Okay. Let's do that. So we're going to do this one, and I'm going to cut a piece of this, and then I'm going to do this in black. I'm going to cut this out in that same black, and we're going to pop that there. or we'll cut it in half and layer it on each side of this strip. So let me do a piece of this that is 3 by 6 3/4 out of this, this cardstock, and I'll be right back and cut that out in black. Hold on. Okay, so now that we got that, what I want to do is I'm thinking I want to do like, I want to cut this in half and put it on each side of my panel. I think I just want to cut this in half and put it on each side of my panel. And I think this would be really fun. Did I cut this too wide? I might have cut this too wide, because I don't think it's going to fit. Well, let's see what it looks like cut. Wait for it. Probably could have done this with a paper trimmer. Probably would have been better. Steady Eddie wins the race. Okay, let's see what we got here. So if we pop this on each side, like, right? That's a pretty fun deco pattern, huh? That is pretty fun. Come on. Oh, we could definitely do that. And like, how fun is that? That's pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool. Okay, let's do that. Let's glue these down. And then I'm gonna need a actually, let me glue these down and this on top of that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I popped that up on dimensionals, but I also skinnied it up to 2 3/4. It was a little bit wide, and I wanted to see a little bit more of my little deco art panel there. And so I was also just kind of playing around with these little roses. And so what I think I'm going to do is, I like the idea of them like trellising up the side here, on the side like this. And then if we could find a little sentiment or something, I think we could do something like that. And they like hang off. I think that is so fun. And then we could do like a, well, let's see what one of the little, we could even put we need a butterfly. Oh yeah, and I went back and I looked at the other one. The other one just had more dies, is what it was. It had like 3 medium-sized dies rather than just one big one. But it still had like the same type of ephemera pieces and stuff. It didn't have any more than what this kit has. I think this one just threw me off because the colors is a very different choice with the type of ephemera pieces that we have. So it was just one of those kind of things. But what if we could do this? Oh, and bring some yellow, like that pop of yellow. I think actually we should probably just stick with what's on here, huh? That's actually pretty fun there. We could use these instead. Let's see. Yeah, we could use those instead. Yeah. And then I wonder. Yeah, I think that'll be good. You know what I was thinking? We could like take one of these teapots and we could like put one of the flowers coming out of it. Like you could make it look like one of the flowers like this. Wouldn't that be cute? Like it, and you can put that like that. I think that it doesn't go with this paper, but I think that would be so cute. We should totally try that. I wish I had a third one there. Well, maybe we use one of these though. Maybe we do have this third butterfly and we just do like a swooping thing. But where's the sentiments at? Here, let's see what we have to go with this. Yeah, the sentiments, like, the pieces aren't really fitting. It doesn't seem like the pieces are fitting. Like, because these colors don't match these colors, and these colors don't really match what's in the paper. It's kind of different. To me it is. Happy birthday, though. That definitely, because we got the yellow there, we could definitely do something-ish. Something like that. That's actually pretty fun. What if we do a little shoop? Okay, I think I'm going to do that. I think that's pretty cool. It pops. It's really fun. And we could actually pop this up as well. We'll have to do a double on this one, on that side. So we'll do like this, and we'll pop these off. Since it's hanging off, you have to double stack if we want it to be something like that, right? That's pretty fun. Okay, so I think I'm going to go ahead and start putting these down. Let's go ish. And here-ish. We'll do like that. Ish. Yeah, like that. Okay, and then this one can still go up like that. And then I think that's pretty fun. That is going to be really cool. Like that. And then we'll do these butterflies. And we'll just, like so. Something like that. Fluff their wings. Whoops. Have their little wings fluffed. Right? That's pretty fun. And then we'll pop this one up. Ish. Like that. Right? Wait. And I think that looks pretty cool. Oh, good. I was like, oh no. And that's actually pretty fun. What do you think of that? I think that's pretty cute. And then, okay, and then let's see. Let's do this one here. And let's go ahead and, we've got to have paper for, yeah. Oh boy. Let's see. Where is my, I think I'm going to do the, let me think about this really quick. And what if we wrap that, what if we wrap the die? What if we do this on pink and we go this way? Can we go like this? No. This way still makes it to where you could put the little teacup. Like, what if we do this again and do the teacup and all of our cards will just be like that? And I could do this on this pink paper. I could do this on this paper. We could do it in this champagne because I already have it. And then from the other one. And then we could. No, that's not going to go. That's actually not going to go. It blends in too much. I like the darkness of this, but does this stand out on there? No. Well, hold on a second. Does this stand out on the green? Maybe we need the green. Where's my card bases? Hold on, let me get some card bases. Okay, I found my card bases. And so what I think I want to do is I want to do this one. And we're going to just stick with the look that is all in the center. You could definitely do so many other things. We could do so many other things. We could do so many other things. I'm just looking. Hold on. And then what if we because you could do so much stuff with this. You really can. I mean, that's kind of fun too. Like, okay, but I mean, we could just make it easy though, because I still have to do 3 scrapbook pages here. And I think this would be really fun. And actually, yeah, we could actually put this all the way on one side. So let me cut a piece of this that is the same width as this die, the same size as this die, and we can go like that, and I'll be right back. It's very zen. Actually, I went to cut the cardstock, and I was like, why didn't I just use this card base? Because, I mean, you could go this simple, and this is actually really, really cool. It's very zen. It is really cool. And, like, doesn't that, I mean, and look how simple that is. And then for someone special, like, we could definitely, you could leave it just like that. And if we put a bow on it or not, oh, we could put a bow on that one. Actually, could we? Oh my, I'm gonna put a bow on that. We could definitely, what is it? Maybe I should have got my bow out for this one. Yeah. Oh, right on the teacup, right? We could definitely do something for someone special. With sympathy, get well. Happy anniversary. I think I like this one. I think I like this one the best. Or we don't even have to put a sentiment on it in all reality. But if we were, I think I like this one. So I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I love the zenness of this. It's so, I mean, just so relaxing. It's very cool. So I think what I want to do is I want to go ahead and glue this down. Let me glue this down, pop these on here, turn my hot glue gun on and glue my bow on, and then we'll see where we're at. Hold on. Okay, so I got that on the card. I attached my sentiment, and then I just took the bottom part of this off so I could stick it to the, oh, where are you? I just took the bottom part of that sticker off, so I could adhere it to the teacup, and then I stuck dimensionals down, and then I'm just going to go ahead and line this up at the bottom, like so. And I think that is so fun. And then I'm going to pop that bow on there. And I think that is going to be really, oh, whoops, really nice. And that sentiment I got out of that same pack that I got the other one out of. And it was just because it was sitting on the table. It just happened to be right here. And then look, like how simple, but how pretty is that card? Isn't that delightful? Best wishes to you. I think that is so pretty, especially with that die. I think it is so fun. It definitely looks like a trellis or a screen. Oh, that's what we were going to do. We were going to do the cut. Oh, and we were going to pop this birthday. We're going to put that bow on, weren't we? All right. Just a teeny bit. Where? Right there? Sure. Looks amazing. I think that looks pretty darn fun. Yeah. So let's think about this now. I wanted to do a screen card. I wanted to do the vellum. I wanted to do the vellum through the card with the screen on top of the vellum with the rub-ons. I think that would be so stinking fun. So, what are we using? Are we going to do this one? I guess we could just do this one. And we could do, champagne. We could do the champagne. Because it seems like the champagne, instead of the gold, goes with the ephemera pieces better. Because they're dark. They're not that bright gold. So let me think about this. If we're going to do that, we could, do we have to do rub-ons? Or could we just do the screen? Could we just do the screen? So what I would want to do, let me think, where's my die? Hold on. Let me get my die. Hang on. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this. This is 2 3/4 basically wide. And so what you need to do is you need to take 2 3/4 out of the middle of this. So since this is 5 inches wide, we're going to take out 2 3/4. That gives us 2 1/4 inches left, which means we need to have 1 1/8 inch strip there and 1 1/8 here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this fold on my trimmer. Let's move that over. Let's get rid of that glue that was schmutz to the table and grab our cutter. Grab our paper trimmer. Oh, is that? Oh, it's a backer. It's not a flower. It's no emergency. We're going to put this on 1 1/8. This fold is going to go on 1 1/8. Right now I have it on 1 1/4. So what I need to do is I need to split the difference between. I just need to put that fold in the center and make sure down here that it's in the center of that 1/4 inch square there. And then that should give us 1 1/8. Okay. And now what we want to do with this is we want to grab off 1 1/8 inch strip on this one. So let's do 1 1/8 here. So same thing, split there, hope for the best. Okay, so this is going to be the other side of our, this is going to be the other side of the front of our panel. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut a 5 by 7 inch vellum panel. And then out of this, we're going to cut 2 strips that are 1 1/8. So we're going to, or yeah, we'll do 1 1/8. Actually, we should do it like this. Let's measure this one. And then that way it will be the same. I'm going to take this off. It's a safety bar, so if you're not comfortable with having a giant guillotine trimmer, which could potentially cut your hand off, well, there you go. Do what you got to do. I'm going to live on the edge. Right there on the edge. And go like so. Boom. I slivered it, but that's okay. I'm going to be fine with that. Okay, so that gives me that one. And now I need 1 more 1 1/8. And this one is actually not going to be too big of a deal. These two, I'm going to go back to back with each other, because these are going to go on the inside of the card. So that way we can cover up the glue. And then I just need to cut 1 more panel. Okay, 1 1/8 for this one. Okay, these are going to be the inside. So now I just need to cut 1 more of the champagne. I need to cut this out in champagne twice now because I lost the other one. I don't know what I did with it. So I'm going to cut this out twice, and one's going to layer on the front and one's going to layer on the inside. And then I'm going to cut out a 5 by 7 piece of vellum, and I'm cutting this out in champagne. So let me be right back. Okay, here we go. Got my pieces. So this one here is the gray vellum out of Anna's Christmas paper pack, or Christmas paper vellum. Might be holiday vellum. I might not be saying it properly. And so here we go. And so we have our champagne. We're gonna put on top of that. Oh, and this I had to cut down to. I did this 4 15/16 by 6 3/4, because this card base is actually 5 by 6 3/4. It's not 5 by 7. So none of them are. They're all the same size. 5 by 6 3/4. And so there we go. And we're gonna do that, right? Isn't that, and oh my goodness, pink and gray, so beautiful together. It is so pretty. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to adhere this to this panel here. So I'm just going to pop some score tape on there. And I can use my 1/2 inch score tape. like so. Like this. And then I'll be sure to make, I'll be, careful to make sure that my score tape is all the way on top of this panel here before I go to adhere it down, so that way we don't see any of that adhesive. So I'm just going to roll it to the inside like that. Ooh. Okay, and now I think we're just going to go like this. So I'm going to line this up here and here, and then right on that embossed line. And hopefully like that. There we go. There we go. That looks pretty good. I think we did pretty good with that. I think, oh my gosh, right? That's going to be so fun. And then we're going to put this one on this side. That is going to be so nice. Okay. We're going to do just like that. So let's grab this. Let's go ahead and pop this on here. And wait. So this isn't bad if you have a card kit that everything pretty much goes together, plus a few things out of your stash. I mean, it's only been like, it hasn't even been 2 hours that I've been dinking around with this, this collection. So, okay, so now I'm going to put this on the edge. Just trying to line it up with the edge of the card base. It's not perfect, but I think it's going to be just fine. And then now what I want to do is I want to take and pop these on in their proper orientations, like this. Line them up with the ones on the front. And that way, I'm going to take that off because it's got some funky paperage on there. Not sure from where. Okay, there we go. And then we'll, one more strip. And you could always add glue with this. Just use less score tape and add glue. Totally. I'm just doing this because it's faster. And then, boy, this is pretty. Okay. Steady Eddie wins the race. And if you put glue on it, it'll give you shimmy. There you go. Like that. I think we got that. And now, same with this one. Like so. Oh, don't lose the panels because we just cut them. I tried to find that other one. I can't find it to save my life. I think it's under the pile. The avalanche over here. It is such a catastrophe on the left side. It's like, who lives here? How do you work? Okay, right? Oh my goodness, that is pretty good. Okay, and oh, I am loving that. That's right, you can see through it. Pretty fun. Pretty fun. Okay, so now we want to adhere our, we want to adhere these down. Oh, but wait, we're going to see if we're going to put rub-on transfers on, or if we're going to put the flowers over the top of it. Hang on, let me see. Because we can always do that and then just put this over the top of it would be really fun. The different ways. Let's see. I haven't used any of these. Well, I was wanting to stick with the pinks though. Because we can always pop these on, right? Let's see. Oh, but we could also do, the tulips are a spring flower as well. We could do like that. Oh, what about that? Oh my goodness. And what if we make them coming out of a present? Instead of a teacup, we could have a little present. We could do like that. What do you guys think of that? And isn't that fun? And then we'll pop the other one on the back. And we'll pop this on the back so that way it's decorated on the inside and matches. And I think, and then we'll trim this off so it's all straight. And then what if we just do that? Like, and then what do we have for, we could do, what do we think? Like this yeah, what about the happy anniversary one? We could do just like that. Yeah, we could do something ish. We could do something like that. We could do something like that under the daffodil like that. I think I like that, and I don't think we need anything else on the background. So hang on, let me glue this one on here and then glue the other one on the back so that way it looks nice all the way through, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so we got that. I'm thinking I'm going to change to this one because we have the orange and the tulips, which I think is really fun. So here we go, and right? That is pretty good. And then you open it up and it's the same on the inside. Isn't that pretty fun? And but yet you still have the like glow from it being, you can see through it, you know. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So let's see. And so I'm thinking I want this to go here like this. So we're gonna have to see, yeah, because see you have it in this as well. So I think I want this. I think I'm gonna have to actually put this up on dimensionals though. I think because of how we're gonna do these, maybe. Let's just see where we end up with this, and we can always switch it around or do whatever we need to do. I was thinking about doing something like that. And then if we're going to do this, yeah, we could do like that. So let's pop these up as well. And do a little something like that. And then these will be coming out of the top of the beautiful present. How fun is that? Yeah, because we can go like, we can do something like that. Like that, right? Oh my, that is pretty good. And then we can go something like that. Right? That's pretty good. And we can just stick this one down. Let's do that. And then you have all that really fun dimension. So maybe there. Oh no, on the card. Let's try to keep it on the card. Yeah, let's do that. And then this can go here. And then can we put a bow on that? What if we put a bow on it, guys? We could even put the bow on the tulip if we want. Or on the tulip, not the daffodil. You go there. Nah, it hides it. We could definitely go there. I think we should do that. That is pretty. Let's do that. And then we should pop this up as well. And I think that is going to be really fun. And then that was the vellum card I was telling you about. Like, right? How fun is that? Wait. Let's see. Are we happy with this? What are we thinking? I think I could get behind that. And then we just pop this right there. And I think we could definitely do that. We could put it right there. Oh, that's pretty sweet. Let's put it here. And that kind of brightens that up a little. Let's do that. And then, okay, so I need this. I need to turn that back on. But now we got a choppy. So let's grab the big scissors so we can hopefully do it in one foul swoop. Like so. And it looks pretty good. Right? That is pretty great, right? And then look at that. It like glows. That's pretty sweet, right? I think that is pretty fun. And oh my goodness. Yeah, that's a couple of hours it took me to do these 4 cards. Oh my. Yeah, so we have that one, but we're going to put the bow on this one, remember? Like that. And then we have this one, and then we have this guy, and then we have this one that's super neutral. And like, right, how fun. So just a few things out of our supplies. I know I couldn't make it happen. I couldn't wrap it around my mind of what was just in the kit, because there was like nothing, there's no foil or any of that type of stuff. So I was like, well, yeah. And then the patterns are all just so different to me. But I think we did pretty good, especially with that deco art layer, that die. I think that is pretty fantastic. I'm not sure. I'm trying to figure out which one is my favorite. I think they're all really pretty. They're all totally unique. And I think they're super fun. So yeah, let me wait, let me pop this here, and then let me clean up a little bit, process this. It's been 2 hours. The video's already 1:10. Let me just kind of think about this, and maybe I can just do even one scrapbook layout. Hold on. Hey guys, so I know I was supposed to be cleaning up here and stuff, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do another one. Man, I've just been shooting from the hip, and this is quite a long one just to be not having any ideas and just split second doing this. So and this collection is really hard for me because just how the colors are and stuff. I like them, but they're just very different than what I'm used to, especially because you have the different styles of patterns and things. And so I was hoping that maybe I could get a tiny bit inspired as we're resetting here, and you know, kind of looking at everything, what to do. But I gotta have a bigger space if we're gonna try to even do one scrapbook layout, because they're huge. They're 12 by 12. I love those together, right? Those are so beautiful. But yeah, and then the other thing is, yeah, what are we gonna use for? Let's see. I've got the cards. Who did you see? Okay, there we go. Good job, guys. Found them. Okay, and yeah, what are we thinking here? Because we could even use our cards as layers as well, like we've done before. Type of deal, type of situation. We could definitely do that. Well, I don't. How am I gonna get these sentiments? Are like just jumping everywhere. They're like, yeah, just like jumping everywhere. I don't know how I got them. Oh my, yeah. I like to try to when I reset the stage, because I need some inspiration, or I feel, you know, I get overwhelmed because of the mess. I put everything back to square one. I put all the different pieces, like, oh, back to where they started, you know, and I, just so I can start fresh. It's almost like you're having a do-over, you know, and then you can kind of go through everything with like fresh eyes, so to speak. Because if things are cluttered, oh man, it's like my mind gets cluttered then, and I can't like think clearly. Like all of a sudden, it's like my brain has like not enough space. My processor doesn't have enough storage space. You know, like on your computer. Sorry, delete something. There's not enough room for the pictures. You cannot edit this video because you don't have ample space. At least that's what it started telling. I was trying to use this new software, and the last video I did, it kept saying not enough space, not enough space, and it's like I didn't have anything, but it was that really long one. That was like the 2-hour one. It was so long. It was like it couldn't save it, even though there was nothing. I had no pictures, no videos, no nothing on it. But it was so big how it was saving it. So it could be like an HD or something. But anyhow, it was like, it kept saying that it can't save because there's not enough space. It's just like, rude. Come on, man. What about just this one time? Give me some grace. Okay. Oh, the bees. I dropped all the bees. Okay, so now that we've got this, get rid of all these dadgum. Do those little backers drive you guys crazy? Oh my goodness. They get everywhere. They're so messy. So let's see. All right, now what are we thinking about this? We could just do something simple with these. Oh, I bent my butterfly. Yeah, because you also gotta have enough. Like we have plenty of stickers here for doing some layouts. I think I might be able to get one. I think I got enough RAM in my brain to process this. Let me see if I could come up with something real quick. We don't need these. We're not using these on the page. So yeah, let me kind of think about it. I might end up using some of these card bases, some of these for layering, you know. So let me process this, and I'll try. Let me try. Hold on. I'll be right back. Oh yeah, because we have this that we didn't use. Like, right? We have this, and this could just realistically be a, well, we could stack it up on there. Well, that's pretty bold. And it uses a lot. So what if we actually do this? And this is a mat, and we could use the deco. The deco is a frame. Like, what if we use the deco like this legitimately in gold? And we do like what if we do like 1, 2, stack these as a border? And then we could do a gold border with these. We could pop, and this could be a 5x7. This could be a 5x7. And we could pop some flowers here and here. You know, kind of a, like something. Or maybe down the center. And this could be, I thought about doing 3 rows of this one on the green one. And then doing some in champagne. Again, similar to what we did on that card. Like if we did this and we like made a faux screen, and you could do, so you'd have to cut this out 6 times because you need 1, 2, 3, and then you do 3 on the bottom. And then we could do like a couple of 5x7s here with another color, but I was trying to see if I could probably bring in some green cardstock even. Because I don't know about this whole, I don't know about this one. As I could bring in some black. I could do some black. What if these were black? That'd be really bold though. I think I'd rather have the champagne. We could do, here, let's sprinkle some of these on here. What does the black look like on there though? But what if we actually did black? Hold on. Let me think about this for a second. What if we actually did black on this green? We could do the black on the green. The screens could be in black. This could be a layer. And if we didn't want it so bold, we could definitely do green or a brown. You could do a green or a brown if you didn't want it so bold. A green or a brown. You could do a bronze. If you wanted shiny, you could do a bronze. But let me think of something. Hold on. I'll be right back. Okay, so I think I have something fun. So what I've done is I've taken that dark pink, and I've cut 2 1.5 inch strips that we're going to put here and here. These are 4x6, so we can mat 3x5 photos on. And we're going to pop these 2 in the center like this. Oh, shoot. So if we're doing a double layout. Oh. So then I've taken some ivory out of my stash and cut this die out twice and then cut it in half. So I can do like so. And then we're going to embellish it with flowers. So the cut side is actually going to go in, so I can embellish flowers on that edge, and you won't ever even notice it. But I didn't think about doing a double layout. So let me see if I've got enough pink from that other piece to get me 2 more of these and 2 strips. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, so I was able to get out of that piece the 2 1.5 inch strips for these. the four 4x6s, and then I had an inch left over that I tried to split in half, but it wasn't exact. But still, I got about a ish half-inch strip for each side. So I think that is going to be a happy medium for a double page layout. So let me go ahead and glue these together and down, and these together and down, and then we'll see what we end up doing for the picture layers and embellishing those. Hang on one sec, I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. So yeah, we got this one. So these aren't glued down, just the sides are, this and this one here, like that. And I'm thinking about doing it like this, but I wanted to grab some of these and see where we could technically put, where we could, come up with the flowers, like what flowers we could put on there, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. And you don't need too many, because look how pretty it already looks by itself. It's actually really nice. But I was thinking about lavender though, and when I was first doing this, but there's a lot of blue. We could definitely do blue. Yeah, we could do blue. We haven't done the blue yet. And we could have the blue coming out. Yeah, we could have the blue. Where could we have? I could do that. We could definitely do something like, actually, what if we kind of vine it? Oh, I didn't realize they were going, oh, but that means if they're going the opposite way, there's probably only 4. Ooh. Okay, wait a minute. Yeah, but how pretty is that? If we had another set of those, that would be really fun. But we don't. That's okay. But what could we vine up? Okay, we've got those, so we could do that. Wait. Could we start with this at the bottom? Hold on. What if we do this at the bottom, right? We could do that and then go up like that. I think it actually would be better. Like, we could vine it up like that, and then the opposite. Like so. What does that look like? Does that look silly? Let me get a collage. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with this super simple design. Where I've got all this stuck down. So I'm gonna stick this down, and then I'm gonna stick these down like this. Are these hyacinthia, or I'm not really sure what these are called, but I think they're really pretty, and I think it's simple, but it's really nice. Because you have this beautiful, busy, pretty floral pattern back there. I don't think it actually needs that much. So I'm going to go ahead and do something like this and glue these picture mats down. And then I'm only going to stick the bottom parts down that of the stickers, so that way I can actually, hold on, I need to like make sure I'm lining this up just so that way it is nice and straight, because I do want to use these. I do want to put these in and help them. We should go up a little bit more so that way, and I think this looks pretty straight to me. I think I can get behind that, and then I can stick these bottom halves down, and then I can slide a picture in between. Wait, just the bottom half. Just the bottom half. Because I don't want to, yeah, I don't want to stick them down, because I want to be able to put a picture there. Which I think this is just lovely. I think this is going to be just great. So I've got this one done. And I think I am actually going to call it because I've been at this for about 3 hours now. And my stool is not that comfortable. And this one was definitely out of my comfort zone. So it takes a little more brain power for me when it's not something that I'm used to designing with, or I feel like is in my wheelhouse. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and um oh, forget it. That one's going. I love it there. When it's not really in my wheelhouse, I feel it just takes like way more effort to like do it. But I think it's beautiful. And I think if I had more time to think about it, it would actually be really cool. So let me glue these down and get them situated, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is what this looks like. Like, how fun is that, right? That is pretty cool. Okay, and then it was a lie. I have one more idea. It just came to me like right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these two together, and I'm going to cut this out in black and twice. I think that will get me enough. And so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut these on the diagonal like this with a ruler and an X-Acto knife. And then I'm going to swap the pattern. So I'm going to flip this or however it will let me and swap one for the other, bottom or top or whatever, is what I'm going to do. Do them both at the same time on the diagonal, and then layer them on top of ivory. So that way I don't have to use up any more of the beautiful paper that's in the kit. So hang on, let me do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got those cut on the diagonal, and I actually just rather than waste my ivory, no one's seeing it, I just got some generic white cardstock out. And so this is what this is I'm gonna layer it like that, and look, it looks like a band going through. Like, how fun is that? And then what I'm gonna do is I cut this out twice in that shiny black foil of Anna Griffin's. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna then take these and I'm gonna line them up on the pink. I'm gonna start them out on the pink on the corner. Actually, yeah, we'll start them out on the pink on the corner, like this. I'm gonna go like that, and then layer it all the way down. Do I need 3? I might have to do this one more time. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to do it. And then I'm gonna do them right here. I'm gonna do the same thing on this one. So I'll have the two strips of this deco going up like that, and then we'll do a couple of 5x7s on here in black, in some black matte layers. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Hold on, wait for it. What if we do this one? What if we actually do that on black? We could do this on black. Let me see how much paper I have. Ooh, look at this one. We could actually do a big one. We could do this really big, so then I wouldn't actually need to cut another one of those. I bet I could just... Okay, so what if we'll do 2 5x7s. 2 5x7s on this one, and then we'll do a we'll do a big one, like an 8x10. Let me cut this out in 8x10, and then 8 1/4 by 10 1/4 in the black of the same shiny, and then we'll see how many pieces of this we need. And then I'll see if I can get, and then I'll get 2 5x7s as well. Maybe I can get a 5x7 out of the, hopefully this is 10. I hope this is 10. But hold on, let me get it figured out. Hold on. Okay, there we go. So I actually did 2 5x7s this way, so I could do a 4x6 on this. So the black is 5x7. This is 4.5 by 6.5. So you could put a 4x6 on it. These two. And then this is wait for it. This one is 8.5 by 10.5. And the matte layer is 8 3/4 by 10 3/4. So you could then put an 8x10 on this and still have a beautiful border of that paper. And so we're going to go like that. And I think that is going to be really pretty. So then we definitely only needed a couple of these to still have that beautiful pattern back there in between all that. So let me glue this stuff down, and then we'll embellish with flowers, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got this one all done. Everything's glued on it except, you know, the embellishments. And so you did get a little bit, and you only needed one piece for that. And but I still think it looks really fun. And then this one should be about done as well. And I can go ahead and trim this off. And I just went a little bit farther with the glue, so that way I would know I was going to hit, and then you want to make sure to clean up your schmutz. And you could actually technically use that piece on another piece, or on to continue on as well. Like especially at like the end or something. And now we have this, like this, and we can go ahead and put our, and I'm going to go like this because you get more of that border, which I think is so fun. And so I'm going to do this for this side, and I'm just going to go ahead and glue these down, which I think this is such a fun layout. I think this is so cool. I didn't go all the way, and I'm going to stagger these either way, trying to like, hopefully they're straight. Oh, let me see. That looks pretty decent. And so, yeah, so you'll end up with a couple of really nice size photos on this layout, especially an 8x10 over there. That's pretty cool. And so we're going to go here ish. I think we could go right there. I think we'll just do that. That'll be really cool. And so now we can just throw a few flowers on this, just a couple, and I think we can call it on this piece. So I don't think it's gonna take a whole lot. I think we need a little more pop than these light ones though. Maybe these will go. No, I think I want, oh yeah, these go. We should do those. That looks great. That's great. And we can do, actually let's do these over on this side. Oh, that's not gonna, I wonder if we could keep them something like this, because we'll have a border. This is bigger than the 8x10. It's 8.5 by 9.5. Or 8.5 by 10.5. Yeah, that didn't make any sense. I bet we could do something like that, and I'll just trim that stem off. Or we'll pop a little flower. Actually, yeah, we'll do like that. And then we could probably do something ish. We could probably do something like that, and we could just keep it really simple. And golly, I think that is just beautiful. I would love to do that, but I don't know as if we're gonna have enough flowers though. Like, we could do this. We could do this and this on that one and do like that. For those. Could we do light? Could we do, like, what if we go off the page? Actually, what if we go off the page? Yeah, I think that's all the flowers. Actually, we could go off the page like that. And then we could do these like this. There. We could do like that. And we could do like that. Oh, what about those butterflies? I wonder if there's anything in the butterflies. Let me see if there's another one. Actually, we could just leave this like this. Oh, actually, we could do like that. We could, oh, actually, what if we do like this? Oh, don't bend your paper corners. I really wanted. I think I like that better, like that, and not like that. Yeah, I used up all those other roses. We could cut these, though. We could cut these and push them in behind, and then we could probably maybe pop that up there. Like that. We could probably do something like that. Trim these off, actually pop that there, push this here, and then like pop that one up there behind ish, like that. Or we could do something like that, and then we could do something like actually up like this, esque-ish. We could do something. What if we do something like that? Those, we need another. I need another one of those pink ones. What if we do that like that, and then we pop this one down here, cut this, and we do like that, and we pop, because I think we're gonna have to push these up here as well. I think we're gonna have to push those up there as well to kind of tie them all in. And we could do leave that, but we could do this instead. What if we do that, actually? We could do that. And maybe we could do ish. No, I think that's too much. Let's do something like that. And man, I wish I had a bunch of these. That's all I would use. I would basically use all those, because those are so beautiful. But I can't. I don't have any more. So actually, what if we do like that? And yeah, what if we do like that? What if we do like that? And we just do like that and that. Oh, what do you guys think about that? What if we do that cluster, and then this cluster, and then those couple like that? I think I could get behind that. I think that's super pretty. Okay, let me stick these down, and I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. I think we got it. That's the 2 pages all embellished, and I think it's absolutely beautiful. I just love them. So we bought those, and let's see, we ended up with these. We've got those two, and those are pretty darn bright and fun. Completely different, right? Like, yeah, but we still got to use our die on those. And so then we also ended up with 4 really pretty cards. And I think that is going to do it for me, guys. I'm toast. That's not a card. Yeah, I'm toast. I started a little after 1, and it's about 4:45, so I'm definitely gonna call it. And I hope you enjoyed this. I hope that most of all that it was inspirational to you, that it gives you a few ideas on how to use the kit, and that you just have a ton of fun with it and run with it, making it your own. I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for hanging out, and until next time, happy crafting, everyone. Bye bye.